Hello, beautiful souls. I'm your host, Shakira Moore, and welcome to another episode of the Perspective Matters podcast. So I normally record on Saturdays, but I had to do an episode today. I could not miss doing an episode in celebration of Jamaica's independence. I could not miss it. There was just too many things to celebrate, too many things to be proud of, and I could not pass up the opportunity to do an independence episode. So it is August 6th, 2021. And on this day, the small island nation of Jamaica celebrates its 59th independence. What a time to be alive. There is so much happening, so much happening right now. There is the 2020 Olympics. Our team is doing so well. We won the 4x100 meter women's relays with a national record. So what a fantastic way to celebrate Jamaica's independence. It's such a joyous time. I can only imagine how people back home are celebrating. Track and field is such a big part of our culture. As soon as you're enrolled in school, whether it's basic school or primary school, like running is a big part of who we are. We have sports day from basic school straight up to university, and it's so amazing to see year after year we're churning out fantastic athletes and to be able to compete on the world stage, and not just compete but dominate. It's so fantastic. It's amazing to see. A sports commentator, when sharing the highlight of the Olympics for him, said Jamaica has roughly 2.9 million people, which is the size of Chicago. And of that, we're able to produce top sprinters, so much so that we could sweep the 100-meter women's finals with 1, 2, 3. And not many countries can make such a claim, if any. I don't know who else could say in their entire Olympic history, in any event, especially the sprint events, to be able to say our team was able to do a clean sweep. And it's so amazing to be Jamaican. It's more than a nationality. It's more than an identity. It is a vibe. It is an experience. And today we're celebrating everything that makes us who we are. Yes, there is an argument that are we really independent? And yes, there is room for that discussion. But today, that's not what I want to focus on. I really want to celebrate the fact that for a small nation in terms of demographics and size or impact on the world is phenomenal. There is so much we are known for. I'd be hard pressed to find somebody who really doesn't know what Jamaica is and what we represent. We are known for our food. We're known for our music. We are known for our athletes, our impact on fashion. Yes, fashion. We are taking up space in the film industry. There is no part of the world that you can't find a Jamaican. There is no industry that we're not involved in. And we're not just involved, we are dominating. We are taking up space. We are making our mark. And it is for this reason that you will find a Jamaican and you'll hear a Jamaican say, listen, we're Likkle But We Tallawah. And that expression is really what captures the essence of who we are as a people. We're Likkle But We Tallawah. And if you don't know what Tallawah means, it means we are strong, we are bold, we are fearless, we are full of perseverance, we're persistent, we're tenacious, we don't back down from a challenge, we know how to rise to the occasion, we are full of pride, we're full of passion, we have so much personality, our spirit is unquenched, Our joy is unmatched. Our kindness and compassion knows no bounds. We are the most polite and friendly and sincere and genuine set of people you can come across. But do not make the mistake of taking our kindness for weakness. And don't disrespect we neither. We don't walk and trouble people. So don't trouble. Right? If you have a Jamaican friend, you have a friend for life. We will take the shirts off our backs and give it to you. Just don't take advantage of us. We will always be in your corner. We are the defenders of the defenseless. We raise our voices for the voiceless. We will fight the good fight. And we will run that race. Man, it is so good to be Jamaican. Woo! And that is what this episode is going to be about for this week. I'm celebrating Jamaica. I'm going to share with you what makes us so unique, what makes us so special, and what you can walk away with as you navigate your own lives. So, I said earlier, being Jamaican is more than just a nationality and an identity. It is an entire experience. You have to visit the island. You have to eat the food. You have to experience the people to really know what I'm talking about. If you are blessed and privileged to be Jamaican, if you have Jamaicans as friends, if you really have experienced our culture in any way, shape, or form, then I'm sure you can relate to the impact that we have. We bring Jamaica wherever we go. We are so proud of who we are and what we have to offer, and there is nothing that compares to the black, green, and gold. It is unmistakable. And that's what I love about our flag. I think it's one of the few national flags that does not have white, red, or blue. And I just love what our flag represents. I love the colors. I love how bold and how unique it is, because that is who we are as people. We're bold. We're unique. We are full of pride. We're full of passion. We will enter any space and dominate. And we don't back down from a challenge. We always rise to the occasion, and there is no task too great. There is no challenge that we can't overcome. I think about a tropical island that goes to compete in the Winter Olympics in bobsled. Bobsled? What we know about bobsledding? Like, really? But yet we managed to send a team and to compete, and we've done it not once, we've done it a couple times. We have somebody who competes as an equestrian. What we know about that? We have a gymnast. We've made our mark in swimming. We've gone into different fields where you wouldn't think to see a Jamaican competing. And we're not just participating, we're excelling. And it is so good to see. And I feel this overwhelming sense of pride because of what we've been able to achieve. And this is one of my favorite events to witness, because the Olympics is that competition that athletes work towards and prepare for and sacrifice to be at. For us as a small nation to really be competing with the quote-unquote big dogs, and for us to be seen as a threat and as a competitor to watch and to beat. You hear these commentators talk about us and I'm like, yeah, y'all better recognize. We aren't the team that's just glad to be here. We're the team that's coming to take all the gold. Give us all the gold. So I'm really glad that today, of all the days, our girls really did us proud, because I'm telling you, the relay event is one of the most nerve-wracking events to watch, because anything can go wrong. You passing a baton around the field, there is so much room for error, for mishap. We saw it happen to the US team. We saw it happen to the Japanese team. We've seen it happen to so many teams. So it was nerve-wracking and exhilarating all at the same time to see the girls safely pass the baton around and run for their lives. At one point, I thought Sharika was going to clock the world record, and I was really at the edge of my seat, just cheering and supporting, and to see her cross the finish line in first. What a time to be alive. Embracing the Likkle But Tallawah spirit requires a lot. It's not easy being a Jamaican for so many reasons. There's a lot that we deal with as a Caribbean nation to be able to get on the world stage in any kind of category and compete with the best of them requires a lot of self-belief. To be able to say, I belong here, I deserve this, and I'm competing like I deserve this is bold. It's brave. And that's something I admire about our athletic team. That's something I admire about fellow Jamaicans who see what they want and they go after it. And I'm gonna say it's in everything. It's in our food, it's in our water, it's in our music, it's in our language, it is in every part of our society and our culture. You want something, you go after it. We don't back down. And if there is one thing to take away from who we are, it would be that. Be bold and be brave. If you've identified something that you want, go after it with the knowledge that it is yours. Listen, all these teams line up at the start line and they have an end in mind. Everybody wants to win. We know that not everybody will be able to stand on that podium as the gold medal winner. We know this, but yet they all start at that line with the end in mind of being on that podium. And it comes down to who wants it the most, who's worked hard for it, who is able to stay in that moment, think about all the training they've endured, remember all the coaching, and put all of that in perfect timing to execute perfectly to cross that finish line in first position. So there's a lot that's going on. So if you have a desire or a goal or a dream, you're not just gonna wake up and poof, it's yours. You have to work for it. You have to put in the energy and the effort to achieve it. And you have to have the mindset that says, I want it and it's going to be mine and nothing will faze me. No one can dissuade me. We're Likkle But We Tallawah. We can compete with the rest of them. We are here to make our mark. So tell yourself that you are here to make your mark and make your mark. My beautiful souls, thank you so much for listening. It was my absolute pleasure sharing with you this week. I hope that you take something away from this week's episode, that you are encouraged and you're reminded that it is okay to be bold and to be brave. And even if you have a little fear, push past it, push through it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing it in spite of the fear. It's pushing through and doing your ever best and giving it your all. If you've been watching the Olympics, you've seen these athletes give it their all. They've left it on the track. They've left it in the pool. They've left it on the floor. So give it your all. Tell yourself that I want this, I deserve this, and I'm going to get it. And there will be challenges, there will be obstacles, but don't let anything or anyone dissuade you. Rise to the occasion and meet your own expectations. Don't pay attention to the opinions and expectations of others. And that is really the essence of what the national phrase is. We're Likkle But We Tallawah. We might be small in size, but we are big and bold in spirit, and we are not going to be confined by your definition or expectation. We're gonna show you that we are more than our size. We're gonna show you that we are more than a 2.9 million group of people. We have a lot to offer. We have so much to give. So take that spirit, embrace that spirit, and say to the world, listen, I have so much to give, so much to show, so much to say and do. And do it. Thank you so much for listening. It was my absolute pleasure again sharing with you this week. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your feedback. It's my hope that as the summer winds down, that you made the most of it. Had some fun, you were out in the sun, you're continuing to crush your goals and set new ones, you're discovering more about yourself and you're loving what you're discovering, you're putting yourself first, you're making time for self-care, you're learning to silence the noise and recognize that only your opinion matters when it comes to your life and your choices. You're being bold, you're taking up space, and you're finding your way. So until next time, remember, there are two sides to every coin. Just flip it to get the full view. And I'll catch you next week. Bye.